Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of Wool Campaign 14 Week 10 Day 7. It is the final day for a lot of things. For one, the Summer of Love event, so make sure whatever rewards you want to get, or whatever points I guess you want to accumulate, make sure to do right now before the end of today, because in like what, 6-7 hours from now, or 6 hours and however many minutes, you will not be able to earn any more points. You'll still be able to spend what points you have over the next week, but you won't be able to earn any more after today. So whatever points you need for everything that you want, make sure to go get it, whatever you don't already have. And this will be enough for us to get our power orb, though before I do, we should probably make sure we have at least one copy of the gold pet, which I'm pretty sure we do, but it's always good to check just in case. Yes, we do indeed have at least one copy of the little gold guy, because we don't know if he's ever returning, or how those really work. Same as the cosmetic armor. The other two will return, like the standard pet and the troop itself. But the other two, we don't really know what happens with them, as we've never had a repeat event or anything like that. We don't know if these could be like every year, or it's going to be like 3 years before you see these again. No clue. But yeah, the summer armor and the golden version of the pet, we don't know if it returns, but Forenza and the standard pet will be in drop table within like probably a couple weeks from now or something, or about a month. But we'll go for that power orb. Aside from that, campaign is concluding. I never did cover a video on the Mythic. I still want to before we do the weekly video if I can. But yeah, last day to finish out the campaign. Last several hours. If you want to do that, make sure to do so, especially if you paid for the other side, because you get yourself a Mythic at the end. But yeah, that's pretty easy to do. The tasks have been easier than ever with how they're currently set up, so pretty straightforward. If you haven't already done that, make sure to do so. Aside from that, yeah, let's go over all the weekly stuff. Anyways, before we do, hello everyone. Hello, let me start from the top. Hello, Anthony. Yes, you are first. Hello, Emanator. Hello, Imperial. Hello, Lester. Hello, Maximus. Hello, Anthony. Hello, Barbara. Hello, Tyrion. Let's see. You're at a movie, but 25 new shiny Squirtles. Nice. Gosh, that's a lot. So many Squirtles. I did do the Pokemon event thingy. I did it in like the last possible 30 minutes. But I did indeed do it. Let's see. Hello, Cookie. Hello, Jodian. Hello, hello, Lucian. Hello, Emanator. Hello, Supernova. Hello, Kikolier. Hello, Cookie. Hello, everyone else. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, well, so what's in my mail right now? Oh, yeah, the Pet Mastery Orb we just... I was going to say, I thought I took it earlier. But, yeah, this is for upgrading a little pet. Anyways, so, weekly stuff. Well, first things first, before we start getting into everything. While not confirmed, there's a chance we have patch this Tuesday. It might happen, it might not happen, but, it might happen. You never know. But yeah, this is like the earliest dates that the patch could happen. It could be later, but this Tuesday is a likely occurrence. Hopefully it'll happen before my trip, because that'd be kind of bad if it doesn't. So hopefully it does happen then. Otherwise, it might be happening when I'm gone, which would not be ideal. Because not next week, but the week after that, I'm actually going to be gone for about a week or so. So that'd be kind of bad if it happens then, but let's hope it's next week. Anyways, aside from that, Sandy Paws. This is going to be a Leonis Empire event next week. We get this cute little kitty as a troop. Unfortunately, I believe it's useless. It creates a bunch of yellow gems and give a bunch of armor to an ally. The amount of yellow it creates while feeding it back into itself is actually not horrible. The inconsistency of how many creates is not ideal. 8 to 12. Oh no, that averages a 10. 10 yellow spam when you have a 10 mana cost, it's not horrible. Problem is the consistency of that landing, especially if it low rolls. But you know, if you're getting like 11 or 12, that's honestly not bad. The side effect of it's not that good though. Like, what are you feeding a lot of yellow to that needs armor? Like what, Guard's Avatar or Paladin? There's not many things under that category unless you're like feeding into your mana accumulator, I guess. It's just a weird color for it to create. I feel like it just created a different color and did a little bit more follow-up, it would maybe be used. But it's not horrible, I guess. It's just so situational. It doesn't get to summon a Light Storm, but once again, I don't know, where's the armor yellow synergy? There aren't really that many yellows in the game that use armor boost ratio that are actually good and as agile. But I don't know, I guess it's not useless. It just doesn't currently fit within the current state of the game, coloration-wise. But the fact that it feeds into itself, I guess, is kind of cool. But there's already things under yellow that kind of do that when you need. There's actually quite a few yellows that can, like, infinite loop into themselves. Most notably Quetzalma, but there's a couple others, too. Anyways, we're also going to be getting a new legend in the event key drop table. Oddly enough, it's a merfolk instead of a merfolk monster, which is kind of weird, because I believe this place has a decent handful of monsters. But for whatever reason, it's only a merfolk. So this will be in the event key next week, only in event keys. And then it'll be in the drop table like 4 to 6 weeks after the fact. But anyways, as far as what it does, it converts all green to blue and converts all purples to Doom Skulls. So a double converted that does Doom Skulls. We do have this already, but this is another version of it. 20 mana cost is interesting for it. It gets to drain 2 mana from all enemies, which is not boosted, but you know, that's enough to get them off a full. which means if they don't have mana drain, that's honestly not that bad. So you have a Doom Skull convert, you have double convert. The skulls are Doom Skull, and you auto drain if they don't have immune to drain. Which, that's kind of interesting. It's summoned to Doomstorm at start of battle as well. I wish I was when it got a kill rather than start a battle would be a little bit more convenient, but you can still maybe use that. And its unique effect is that it gets to poison and stun a random enemy when matching for an extra turn. How common would this really be used? The stun part, obviously good. I don't foresee the poison part getting utilized much. There's better 4x poisoners in the game. Because if you really need to do poison these days, you do Bane of Mercy that feeds into Scorpius, with Ariali doing the 4x poison from the extra turn from Bane of Mercy. So you don't really need stun poison in current state of game, because that's one of the main teams that need it. And the mechanic already exists. I guess as an alternative, if you wanted to. Are they from the same kingdom where Scorpius from? I don't remember. Wait, what kingdom is Scorpius from? Are they from the same kingdom? No, I thought it was from Drifting Sands, not, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, Scorpius is from Drifting Sands, not Leona's Empire. They're both sand-based, but they're not from the same kingdom. Even though that mechanic would synergize primarily with Scorpius. The whole poison stun mechanic. But no, they are from a different kingdom. Because this is Leona's Empire. They're both desert-based, but completely different desert-based kingdoms. Anyways, I don't know, that's not horrible. If nothing else, you're using it for the stun. So you basically have stun while having a double convert, while having Doom Skull while having a little mini drain. And potentially you can stun away immune to mana drain. Because if they don't have well, actually, yeah, most of immune to mana drains don't have immune to stun. Because Impervious does not have immune to mana drain. They could bless and then have immunity to that. But yeah, that's potential. And this is only a legend. This kind of feels like a mythic. But that's kind of cool. Oh, also the start of the rings. So every like year and a half, we get a new set of 6 Doom weapons that come in slowly over that year and a half period. And we were in the dagger period, and now we are in the ring period. Unfortunately, last I checked, the rings aren't that good. But they might be able to armor buff some really niche teams. Particularly blue and... yeah, probably blue. I feel like the blue ring, if any of them are going to have any potential, it's probably going to be the biggest one. Maybe the brown one too, because there's some weird synergies you can end up getting with like Beatrix and stuff. But maybe even the green one because of that. So there are a couple that might find a niche, but their overall effect is not particularly good. It's not particularly bad either. It just gives a bunch of magic to all allies, and by a bunch of magic, I mean like almost none. It can give about 12. Because if you have it fully maxed, it's doing +1 per tempering level, so you'll be able to give 12 magic to all allies. And assumably that also applies to itself, because normally all allies also implies the caster. So you'll give 12 magic to your entire team, assuming it's max, and it'll give a bunch of armor to all yellow allies, so only corresponding to the colors. So the yellow one gives it to yellow, blue to blue, so on and so forth. That's why I said some of the colors will be better than others, because of course, as I was mentioning earlier, yellow doesn't have as many armor boost ratios. The most noteworthy one is Guard's Avatar, whereas, you know, some of them have a lot, like blue has Rowain, Tesla, stuff like that. So be interesting to see how that pans out for some colors, because this is definitely going to be a weapon where some colors are drastically better than other colors. Like red is going to be like near useless, whereas something like blue will be among one of the better ones. But I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. But see what we can end up building out of it. But yeah, it gives a bunch of armor to all yellow allies, and of course this will be blue if it's blue, green for green, so on and so forth. And if the enemy has a Doom troop, it'll also give a bunch of attack just to yourself. So overall, nothing too special. One thing I do want to check though, before we go over the weekly event thing here. Actually, can I open this new tab? There we go, perfect. Why is it dragging weirdly? What's it doing? You guys can see this too. Well, my mouse is over here. Look where my mouse is and look where it's dragging to. That's so weird. Anyways, let's go over to, what am I looking for? I'm looking for weapons. I want to see if we can see what its side effects are, because that could help determine how good it is. So, gain 4 life, useless. Give 1 mana to all other allies, not horrible. Gain 10 gold, useless. Shielding, not horrible, barrier. And Doomed Light, drain a bunch of mana from all yellow allies. It's not bad, but why would you just not use Book? Or by enemies, I mean, why did I say allies? But, yeah, it just drains a little bit of mana. But you could just use Book for that, so why use this? I don't know, it just doesn't seem that good. There would be some very niche teams you can get away with it. Because the 12 magic gain you wouldn't bother using. If you want a lot of magic gain, you're just going to use Empress, Emperor, something along those lines. Something that can concentrate a bunch of magic to a given target. So you're not going to be running it for that. So you basically want to run it on the corresponding color that gains a lot of benefit from both armor and magic. And there are very few that gain a benefit from both. Because Rowain, of course, gets a bit less from magic. Tesla gets nothing from magic. Guard's Avatar gets less from magic. So a lot of these things that have good armor boost ratio do not actually use magic properly. And if we were to use it the other way around, I don't know, I guess there's things like Catcher's the Bull that can kind of use it. But there's already other things that can kind of do it better, like Yasmin's Pride and a few others like that. I don't know, it's just in a really weird in-between where I don't really foresee myself using it. It's definitely better than some of the stat-gaining weapons we've had in the past. But I just don't see it being good enough to be used. But I don't know, we'll have to mess around with it. There's not much we can mess around with it, though. Like, yellow armor boost ratio, there's what in total? There's Guard's Avatar, there's... Honestly, is that the whole list? I'm trying to think of another one. What else uses yellow to any degree that isn't useless? Because you can't even do Ketris there, because Ketris is green, red, brown. I'm trying to think of another armor boost ratio. Paladin, but Paladin's is weaker. Guard's Avatar. I think there was one from Leonis Empire, oddly enough, which is kind of convenient given that's event week. There was like that one knight. I think it was like a red-brown though? Did he use yellow? I don't remember. Where on earth is Leonis Empire? Leonis Empire. Because this is the event week next week. Let's see. Where's the troop I'm thinking of? Does he even... Yeah. Oh, I was thinking of Pride Guard. He deals... he's actually a red-green. But he deals some damage to an enemy boosted by all ally armor. Very rarely used, but given that that weapon gives you magic to all allies and armor to all allies, particularly to armor all allies, he would benefit from that. But yeah, he's red-green, not red-yellow. I thought it was red-brown. He's not used that often, but he would be a decent beneficiary of the ring. But yeah, there's just not that many options. I guess you could technically use it on something that doesn't need armor boost ratio, but then, you know, the armor's just there to do almost nothing then. Armor's always been a weird mechanic, because unless something has a boost ratio for, it's basically just weaker HP. Unless you have, like, a really specific team centered around it, like, you know, Tesla and stuff like that. But anyways, yeah, I don't feel like the rings will get much usage, but we'll have to wait until we see Blue Ring whenever it comes. The only problem is it's going to be a while before we get those. Wait, why is this one so early? Wait. Why is Brown Ring, like, a few weeks after this? Are they starting to do Tower of Doom events every month? What's going on here? Also, we're not getting Blue Ring for a while. It looks like we're getting Brown and Purple next. Brown has some potential. Slightly more than yellow. Though, blue is the main one I really want to see happen. Because you have Tesla, you have Rowan, you have all those really good ones. Okay. But yeah, what's happening with Tower of Doom? I guess next patch might be changing that. Maybe might make Tower of Doom event a little bit more common. Unless we're getting a delay on, like, the campaign or something. Because, yeah, what's this? Doom Ring on August 7th. Normally, they're 11 weeks apart. Like, this one's date is generally how far apart they are. So even that's a little bit closer. It looks like they might be doing it once every 6 months now. It used to be once every 4 weeks when it was first made. Then it was changed to once every 11 weeks when campaign happened. But it looks like they might be making it once every 6 weeks, from what I could tell here. Because we're going to get one here. We're going to get one in a few weeks, which is probably just them resetting the system. Or, you know, because they're going to be changing the system probably next patch. The event system. So we'll get that then. And then, like, 6 weeks after that, we get the other one. Because isn't that how many days this is? What is 63 minus 28? Math, brain, function. 35. So that'd be 35 days. How many days is 35 days? It's 5 weeks. Oh, that's almost back to the previous system. It used to be once every 4 weeks. But yeah, that would be a 5-week difference. Interesting. Unless I did the math wrong there. But yeah, that should be 5 weeks. Interesting. Which makes sense, because this one's going to be 4 weeks from then. And then it starts going every 5 weeks or something. Ooh, okay. So we might have Tower of Doom at a decent rate. That's actually nice, because that means we get more Doom weapons in the future. At a much quicker rate. Very interesting. Anyways, in other news, things going on next week. So, well, for one, we might be getting patch on Tuesday. Not confirmed, but decently likely. As far as other things, oh yeah, we need to go to finish Bounty Hunter today. I need to go do that. There's a lot of things we need to finish up today. I almost forgot to mention that when I was mentioning all the things we need to finish this week. But there's a good handful of them. So, next, Legends Reborn. Oh yeah, we have a new Legends Reborn. I almost forgot about that. That's actually happening tomorrow. We already saw that from the thing, but right over here, if we go to the troops over here. So, Legends Reborn, this means we get a bunch of new pets, and we can see it right over here. So we're going to be getting a bunch of Adana pets. Of course, Adana the other month got a rework. However, it didn't get a Legends Reborn event. And this is actually pretty relevant for a couple of them. One of the more noteworthy ones is, did you think Tesla wasn't strong enough? Well, wait until it gets a clock that makes it stronger. Though it's only 5 armor, but hey, every little benefit... honestly, all these are kind of insane other than Clockwork Knight. Clockwork Knight is just completely dead. But these other three are huge. Bork is potentially even better now than Thrall. Like, Thrall's still going to be used more often than not. But in the context of a mech team, you can actually use it now because it's going to have 5 higher magic. That's huge because it's 5 extra destroy everywhere. So Bork 3000, huge buff. Next we have Tesla. Tesla does not gain that much of a benefit from this, but she's already so strong that any benefit is absurd compared to her current amount of power. So obviously 5 armor is like, what, 2 more damage? But, you know, 2 more damage is on top of how much she already does, quite a lot over time. And then probably the biggest beneficiary of it is Tina 9000. Tina 9000 is hitting 3 things. So that's 5 additional damage on each one of the targets. It makes it a lot more likely it'll double shot into a kill. Could even make it, if it high rolls, one-shot something a little bit more commonly, which is also huge. It also gains a benefit from every single one of its stats because it utilizes armor for attack damage, meaning that both its attack and armor being higher is good for its damage output, and its durability is useful because both its HP and armor is used with a 50% spell reduction in order to make it survive. So it uses all 4 of its stats very well. So, huge buff for Bork because it destroys better. Huge buff for Tina 9000 because it's one of the few that actually uses all 4 of its stats very effectively. Small buff for Tesla, but any amount of buff to that is already insane. And this doesn't exist. That's just a pet to exist for no reason. It's kind of weird. They do 3 really good ones and then one that is completely pointless. And this is one of the free ones you get. The other free ones you get, though, is Bork, which is nice. Tesla will be gem locked and Tina will be money locked. And given how annoying it was for me to get 1 copy of the... I still don't have, by the way, the other pet. I might just go buy the tier 1, just go get the thing. I'm not sure. We'll see. Because I'm not sure what the system is or if I'm just this absurdly unlucky. But I still don't have the Infernal Imp. This was the Infernus money locked ones. Like, you guys been seeing the event for this, right? Like, I'm not going crazy. This thing is in the drop table. I have not seen this thing. This has been out for like a year now. And I still have not gotten it. That was one of the $5 plus money locked ones. So I almost feel like doing it on the next one just so I don't have to deal with this. Because worst comes to worst, we can just pet orb max it. But if I don't have a single copy, I can't. Yeah, I'm not sure what's up with this Infernus Imp. I want it. Infernus is not like huge. Obviously, you barely ever use it. But hey, it'd be more of a reason to use it. But yeah, I'm not sure what's up with that guy. I know, it always happens when I'm sleeping. This thing is in drop table. It's been in drop table for like a year now. But for whatever reason, I'm just never online when it occurs. I'm pretty sure my guild has gotten it like 12 times in the last year, if not more. And I'm just always not on when it happens. It's very unlucky. And it doesn't even show up for the pet offer thing. Like, sometimes it tries doing a flash offer where it's like, hey, you could buy this pet for like $2 or something. It hasn't even done that for me yet. Even though that's the only pet I'm technically missing. It just shows me other pets instead of the one I'm actually missing a copy of. Which is also weird. Because I would actually do it. If it showed me a $2 offer, I've never bought any of them. But if it showed me a $2 offer for Infernus, I'd instantly click that button. Anyways. So, in other news, what else do we have going on here? So, that's going to be huge. We have that starting up on Monday. A lot of really huge buffs to things in Adana that are already got buffed. So, next, Tower of Doom. Tower of Doom, just the same as always. We already went over to Yellow Ring. Faction event on Tuesday. It's just for City of Thieves. Though City of Thieves, a really good one for loot. So if you want to go grind it, a lot of extra loot there, a lot of treasure rooms, a lot of good multiplier order. It's a pretty good overall faction. So do keep in mind if you are keeping at level 20 to not do the event or only do it at the 20 range that you normally do it at. Otherwise, it'll permanently move. So if you are keeping at level 20, do be wary of that, as it will permanently increase you if you do it during the Tuesday event if you're keeping at level 20. Wednesday, we have ourselves a pet rescue for one that is already existing for a while. Nothing special here. Though in all fairness, we're getting like 4 pets on Monday, so it makes sense that we're not getting a new pet on Wednesday. That's just the old one for the Kingdom. Thursday, we have ourselves a standard faction event for the, gosh, what's it called? War Priest. War Priest is pretty much useless. It's one of the weaker hero classes in the entire game, so not much reason to use it. And this weekend is a Vault event weekend. So yeah, we'll be grinding that quite a bit. So no new content really coming in this weekend, but hey, a great time to go grind for resources. And if we are indeed getting a patch on Tuesday, which is not confirmed, but decently likely, if we are getting a patch on Tuesday, that means if we need any kind of new resource, or, you know, anything that's gem locked or, you know, needs some kind of just more of a resource, we can just simply do the Vault event and grind that out until you have that resource that you need. So that'll be nice. Because gem will most likely be able to be used on whatever that resource is. So if you're low on gems, just power grind the next Vault event and you'll be good to go. But anyways, that's the whole rundown on next week. So with the most noteworthy things being Legends Reborn on Monday, potentially patch on Tuesday, and even if we don't, we still have a Vault event on the weekend. Where's the Epic Trial Team troops? Epic Trial Team troops. Oh yeah. Wait. Good point. Hold up. Did it not mention it here? Oh yeah. I'm sorry. I went over the ring, but I forgot to go a little bit further. So yeah, as far as the trial changes, they have changed our team to Pride Guard. Isn't this the guy that we were just talking about? Isn't he the red-green that boost ratios from Thing? Let me double check. Leonis Empire. I believe he's the armor boost ratio guy. Also, why on earth do they have him in first slot by default? That's definitely not where he wants to be. What am I looking for? I'm looking for Leonis Empire. Let's see. Leonis. Leonis? Hello? Leonis? Empire? Empire. Alright, Leonis Empire. Where's Pride Guard? Isn't he the guy who we were just talking about earlier? Oh, so I'm gonna make a team thingy for it, just so I know for later. If we're gonna through them right now, I might as well make the team thingies that we'll need for the video anyways. Where on earth is Pride Guard? It's in alphabetical order. Still can't find it. Yeah, he was the guy who we were talking about earlier. You definitely want to put him a little bit further back. But then again, he does have skull reduction though, so you know what? Having him in first slot wouldn't actually necessarily be too bad, because he gets less of a benefit as your team starts dying anyway. So yeah, I guess first slot, I guess in this context, isn't horrible for him. Emperor Corvash. Oh, we won. It's over. Emperor Corvash gets to solo the whole thing. Hello, Corvash. Okay. We'd probably want to put him a little further back. Even though you could use him for his leadership perk, you're most likely going to want to use him for his mana drain. Like, it looks like you're going to have to kill out the first slot with physical damage. Maybe try killing out the second slot with physical damage. And then you just keep Emperor Corvashing until you win. So you don't want to block his mana, but you want him as far back as possible. Oh, we even got a Mira. Oh, this could be so easy. You just true damage poke and kill everything. And we get Falconer. Oh, and we even have Resummon. Honestly, this order is correct. They actually did correct order for once. I am very surprised. I guess we could sacrifice a mirror if we really wanted to, but no, this is kind of correct order. I am absurdly surprised. Oh yeah, you can't change the banner. So what would our banner be? It's whatever Leonis Empire banner is. Leonis Empire. Isn't that green-blue? Leonis. Still don't know how the alphabet works, apparently. Leonis. Am I going crazy? Why is it? Oh, it's because I have red. I was like, wait, you should have been in between those letters. All right, there we go. I would explain why I can't find it alphabetically. Because it's not there. Oh yeah, it was +2 blue, +1 yellow. That doesn't benefit this team. Actually, that does. Corvash needs double blue. Falconer doesn't really need yellow. Well, I guess so. It is in a mana range where it kind of needs that. So your strategy is going to be Pride Guard first slot, Emperor Corvash their entire team, Amira to finish off whatever's the bigger threat of the thing that Corvash is hitting, and Falconer just exists to resummon, I guess. It doesn't really do much. Falconer is definitely like the least consequential here, but it does have infinite resummon, so worst comes to worst, you can kind of cheese it with that. Its thing also gets like double damage, the thing that it summons when they're 100 mark, and it applies 100's mark. So we're going to be up against War Elephant. Oh no! Oh, you want to go all in on Tagaraki. Moneylender into Tagaraki. Moneylender creates red, and Tagaraki is, you know, Tagaraki. The good old true damage power boost guy. Okay, that's interesting. So yeah, you have to go all in on Tagaraki. So the whole strategy is going to be Pride Guard. Pride Guard, you basically just hold, and if you do cast him, it's still first slot. Corvash, you just keep spamming. He's the thing you want all your mana to go into. And Amira, you throw to try to kill out Tagaraki. Do they even have a single blue? I don't think they do, but you don't really need her to do double damage to a blue. You mostly just need her to finish off Tagaraki, because once Tagaraki dies, you win. So it seems to be like the whole strategy here is just kill Tagaraki. We could reorder this if we really wanted to. One other way, if we want to go like super offensive, is like doing it like that. But I think our safest bet is to do it in this kind of order. The super safest would be something like this order, if we really wanted to go down that route, because that keeps Corvash the absolute safest, and we really don't care if that thing goes down, because our whole team is Corvash plus Amira. This just exists to exist. So you know what, I'll probably go with this order most likely, because we also have minus green, so we don't get the benefit from that. This thing can just keep resummoning in front of it and just do skull pressure there, and then your entire important part of your team will stay alive. Corvash and Amira. Alternatively, yeah, we can do it like this. Oh no, it really depends how you want to run it. It's either this or this. Either or work. I don't know, I guess this is fine. I'm just concerned Corvash might die too quick. But you're already going to have so much resummoner from Falconer that it probably won't matter. Then your mana just goes back to Amira. I don't know, either or work. It's something we'll have to mess around with as we're battling. But yeah, honestly, I think this will be the way to go. Because we really don't care if Falconer goes down for the most part. It's just Emperor Corvash Amira over and over and over again. And you're already going to have enough tankiness from its resummon that even in that position is probably not dying. The only reason for really putting Corvash a little bit higher up is he does have 25% reduction nerfed from his old 50%. And both of these do have some score reduction. So you know what? Yeah, I guess we do it like this. Just to utilize their value some. Because worst comes to worst, you actually can solo the whole fight, which is Falconer. And one thing to keep in mind as well is Amira is going to have stealthy. So all the single targets, like Tagraki, if it does start to get rolling, they have to hit something that isn't Amira. So they're going to kill everything around Amira, but not Amira itself. Which I guess is even more of a reason to put it in the last slot. Honestly, let's just put it in that order then. Yeah, we'll do it like that. Pride Guard, Corvash, Falconer, Amira. That is the team. Because they don't have anything that hits last slot. We just have Amira there, and worst comes to worst, Amira just wins. And we have the backup Falconer resummon. Yeah, something like that. But yeah, it should be pretty easy. Team we're up against doesn't have too many big threats. Tagraki Warrior is by far the biggest threat. Moneylender can feed red into it too, which is kind of scary. But aside from that, nothing really does anything. Corbin Half Elf. Why do I forget what that is? I don't believe it does anything relevant. Half Elf, Half Elf. He explode. Oh yeah, he does nothing. He gives a bunch of gold, which makes Moneylender do a lot more. But that's fine. Just kill Tagraki. And War Elephant just does like a few skulls and everything. But yeah, just kill Tagraki and you auto win. It's basically the whole fight. So that should be pretty easy, especially because Corvash is within range. So just throw all your Amiras on Tagraki. Keep doing Corvash as often as possible to get Tagraki mana drained. And then you win. And then Pride Guard just does pokes up to the front line, kill it with skulls. Falconer, same thing. Hunter's Mark and kill it with skulls. Also has resummon. And the other two just all in on Tagraki. Alright, that should be pretty straightforward. Honestly, that seems like one of the easier ones we've had. We have a lot of utility to get it down with. Anyways, with all that out of the way, let's go actually do some battles now. As we have several events we need to go finish. One of the more important ones is today, as I mentioned earlier, is the final day that we can earn points for the summer event. You will still be able to spend them over the next week, but this is the last day you can get any points, so any points you want for anything, make sure to do so before like 5 hours from now, as you will not be able to earn any more. Yeah, we'll throw that down, cast it again. Yeah, we'll go for Skull, why not? Get out of the way. Let's see. Do you know about the trailer on Twitter? A trailer for what? Let's see. They just changed the Falconer? Wait, did they rework the Falconer's ability? I wasn't even paying attention. What did they change with it? I didn't see anything that mentioned that. Extra Tower of Doom means gem sink? Kind of, but it's not that big of a gem sink. Tower of Doom costs what, 500 gems? If I'm not mistaken. 500 gems, compared to some gem events, it's not that high. Like the Bounty Hunter we just had, most people spend about 710 on it. Even though you could do it for free if you wanted to. Or, you know, not full completion, but, you know, still get a lot of rewards for free. But, you have to spend 410 or 710 to get all rewards. So 500's not that bad. Isn't there a Reborn event happening next week? Yes, it's a Legends Reborn for Adana. We're going to be getting... we went over that all the way at the beginning of the stream. We're going to be getting a Bork buff for 5 extra magic. Tina 9000 is going to get a huge buff because it utilizes all the stats. And as if Tesla needed more of a buff, she's getting 5 extra armor. Tesla definitely gets the smallest benefit from the change, or from the buff. But she's already so strong that, you know, any amount of extra is already kind of nice. Tina 9000 gains the biggest benefit, just because it uses every stat. And Bork just becomes slightly more viable as a mana accumulator. Not that he wasn't before, but now there's more incentive to use it. He's 5 magic on something that does mash destroy. Kind of pretty solid. Especially when you're not doing faction events. Because you have quite a bit lower magic by default in those situations. Oh, so I could have just done the convert there. But we already have enough mana, so it's not going to matter. And dead. Oh, or almost dead, apparently. Round 3. I should be there this time. Oh, not quite yet. Now. Oh, not quite yet. There we go. As you know, that battle went a while, and our whole team's basically converted into angry mobs. Alright, one more fight, and we have gotten all rewards. And then we'll have a few more extra points to do absolutely nothing with, because I don't think we can spend it towards anything. I wish they had something small that you could spend it on. I think the cheapest thing is like 100, but then it just shifts to something that's like 200. So then you can't keep spending 100 on it, which is kind of weird. Because I think we're going to have like 100 something points left, but we're not going to be able to spend them because there's nothing left that I can spend 100 on. Even though there normally is something like the standard pet thingy. But yeah, like right now we have everything. Let's go for the power orb, boom, we're good to go. But yeah, we're going to not have enough to do anything else. Because the cheapest thing we have is 200, and we're going to have like 100 something. I guess we'll still do the battles, because why not? But yeah, there's nothing to spend the points on. I wish there was something that was like 50 or 100. That was that on like the default screen and not like hidden behind something. Because I think one of them does cost like 100 or 50 or something. I think under the pet food one. So it's not really that worth it, the value that you get from it. But plus you have to buy the first tier to begin with. Yeah, we're going to have like 70 something points left and have nothing to spend it on. There's just no 50 option. What medals for the epic trial team? Probably just magic. 20% into 8 magic, most likely. So an Anu and 2 Nishas. You can also run 3 Nishas, but most of them don't have mana start. So I'm just going to go for the mana start to get it rolling a bit quicker. Because you don't have something like enchant or anything else, so you kind of need that little bit extra mana to go get things rolling. They replaced a Graki Warrior from our team with Falconer. Well, that's not horrible. Though it would have been better if we had Takaraki, that is true. Oh yeah, let me go see what the original team was. Let me go see what the full team was. Because I might go do a couple of the battles now if it seems like it's a lot easier now. Though the team that we're going to have is not horrible. Corvash alone is probably enough to solo the fight. And then you have a Resummoner, you have a little bit of true damage support. Though Takaraki would have been better than having Amira. Because there's nothing on the enemy team that even utilizes blue. We have 101, but unfortunately, there's nothing to spend 100 on. That's 750. That's 200. That's 200. That's 200. Nothing I can spend it on. It's not worth, like, putting into one of these, because this is... I'd basically be spending 100 gems for, like, some trait stones, which I don't really need. Or 100 gems for some red food I don't really need. So yeah, 101 spear points, nothing to spend it on. A little unfortunate, but we got everything we wanted. And it costs 50 gems per day plus 100 on the first day, so... what does that come out to? 14 times 50 is math. 500, 700, and we did an extra 100, so it was 800 gems for everything. That's not bad. So for Summer Armor, a Frenza, all the pets and a golden copy of the pet, and an Orb of Power costs us 800 gems over the course of 2 weeks. That's not too bad at all. The battles were pretty quick. Anyways, next order of business. But yeah, make sure to finish that, as you cannot earn points after 5 more hours from now. Anyways, so next, let's go finish off the... Actually, do I even need help with this? Is the guild already done? Okay, so guild's already done with World Event. Great to see. Did we get anything cool? No, we did not. Alright, so next, let's go do the Bounty Hunter and see if we can make a leaderboard. So we've been doing all the battles just to see if we might be able to make it. And we'll find out after we go do our battles. So right now... Oh no! We might not make it! Oh no! Even with good Valraven luck, I don't think we make it. I'm still going to try just to see. Because I'm seeing what the lowest option is, and it looked like someone who messed up who bought higher amount of tiers. So yeah, I don't think you can make a leaderboard. Oh. Well, we'll see where our Valraven luck is. But yeah, this is why I normally don't do it. Because yeah, that's still the case. A perfect tier 5, potentially even with good Valraven luck, tier 5, is not enough to make a leaderboard. And this is why I normally don't do the extra battles. Unless we go for tier 6. But if we're just going for tier 5, you normally, these days, cannot earn enough points to make leaderboard. And this week is the same. So yeah, we should have just skipped on it. Unfortunate. Most of the battles are just the same. I guess we might be able to. I highly doubt it. Does seem like we can't. And this is why we generally, once we hit 250,000, just stop. Because some people just go too far with it, and then we don't get anything. Which just makes these battles almost a waste of time. Because you don't get any loot from these. Well, you do, but it's like so minuscule. Like, I don't even think you barely even get that much gold. Like, how much gold drop did we get? We got like 558. That's so small. We do get 2 trophies per fight, if nothing else, I guess. Hello, Ginky. Welcome, welcome. Hope all's been well. Also, hello, Chad. Hope not said hello to. Hello, Jamie. Welcome, welcome. Okay. What do I need here? He has a Valraven in play. Let's let it chill there. Let's take that. Get things rolling. Got a little bit of mana. We got a Valraven. We 100% need to make sure it goes down. Get our mana back. I kind of almost want to mana accumulate with the other guy. Let's see. I can true damage into something. Let me take the yellow just so he doesn't... No, Valraven got the full mana! Oh, good, he didn't run away. Though in all fairness, I'm pretty sure we're not going to have enough, even if we get every Valraven, but we're still going to try, see what it does. Never know, we might be able to still... If we get good Valraven luck, there might still be a chance. Though even on the good side of Valraven luck, it seems like such a big point disparity that I don't think we're going to reach, but we'll find out in a moment. Alright, throw that down and dead. Doesn't matter what he does. If he could end his turn, that'd be great though. There we go. Oh, also I just realized today's the last day we get to have the Deathmark gem. Honestly, we've had quite a few fun moments with it. I didn't hate it as much as I thought I would. All the troops that have it, I hate it. Like, there wasn't a single good troop that got the Deathmark gem mechanic. However, the actual mechanic falling from the sky was actually not that bad. I enjoyed it for its time. Which I can't say about something like the Lycanthropy one. That was just pure annoying. But the Deathmark one, we had quite a few fun moments with it over the course of those 10 weeks. But unfortunately, it will never be seen again because the mechanic on troops are just so bad. Including on the Mythic that was in the Season Pass. I still haven't covered a video on. I probably still will. It's going to be a pretty short one if we do. Probably record it around the same time we covered the weekly video thingy. But it's pretty underwhelming, which is why we haven't really covered it yet. But I still kind of want to cover it. We always cover every Mythic in the game, so might as well. It's pretty low down on the priority list, though. But it is usable. Oh, speaking of Deathmark's kills, there we go. Still get to utilize it for the last few hours. Not much, but a little bit of usage. Alright, what do we need here? Take a green, brown. Yeah, I'll take the brown. Let him just poke. Get our explosion. Let's see. I can't cascade the other thing. I don't have a vertical one on this team. We could try for destroy vertical here, though. No! I was hoping 2 would go in that vertical area. It was very unlikely, but there was a chance. Okay, you know what? We'll go poke this guy. He's within def range. We'll throw Tagraki on the other one. Get a explosion going. Get a free kill there. Somehow nothing at full mana? It's rather surprising. Hopefully we get a random skull here. Perfect. Exactly what we want to see. Tagraki the other one because I need to get mana up. We'll try for somewhere where we might be able to get red. Come on, we had 2 chances for red. We missed both of them and give him a 5 times somehow. Amazing. Okay, well, let's do this, and one of you should get full mana. And let's match. There we go. Okay, how many more battles can we possibly get here? If we get another Valraven, would that be enough? Doesn't look like it. No. Even if we get it, it's not going to be far enough. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Yeah, this is why we normally don't do Bounty Hunter extra battles. Unless you go for tier 6 or higher, it's not worth it. Because there's so many times where tier 5 is not enough. Because a lot of people go for tier 6 or higher. Particularly tier 6. Because tier 6 makes it so you don't have to use a blue orb. There are some people, or decent chunks still, that are pressed on blue orbs. Like, you know, they're pretty much at 0 and they have to use all of them wisely. And normally they wouldn't use on an event like this and might just throw a little bit extra gems instead. Well, most people are at the point, or at least most people who have been playing for a while, are at the point where, you know, blue orbs are kind of trivial. There are still a lot of people at the point where, you know, they need to conserve every one they have. So it's better to spend a few extra gems to avoid having to use an extra one. But in doing so, that does make it so we can't get our 75 gems in orb from tier 5. Which is unfortunate. Some weeks you can, though. Most weeks you can't. Yeah, even if we get Valraven here, I don't think it's enough points. Nope, we didn't even get Valraven here. Oh gosh, we got bad Valraven luck. So even if the leaderboard was in our favor, we got bad Valraven luck. So that means we probably wouldn't have been able to make it anyways. That's unfortunate. Though, at least that's not as bad. Because imagine doing all this and then the thing that made us not get it was bad Valraven luck. But no, even if we did all the fights and got good Valraven luck, that would not have been enough this time around. That's fine. This is why we normally skip it, and we'll continue to skip it going forward. It's just not worth doing it after 250,000, at least with tier 5. Tier 6 it is. Or anything higher than that. Tier 5 or lower, definitely not. And especially not tier 4. It's impossible to ever make a leaderboard with tier 4. There's just not enough battles. Alright, and as match, the final Bounty Hunter. Unfortunately, yeah, we don't get anything extra. That puts us at 363. And if we had 12,000 higher, that would put us at 374. And even with good Valraven luck at 374, that would not be enough to make leaderboard. because these are all tier 6 people or higher. Unfortunate. But there we go. Alright, bounty has been completed. So, in other news, what else have we not done? I guess our standard dailies. That's all the weeklies at this point then, because we claimed the world event, we finished the summer event, we finished bounty hunter event, though we didn't get anything extra for it, unfortunately. We finished world event as we checked earlier. Alright, let's go run the dailies then. Let's start with, what's on our adventure board today? Ooh, honestly, all of it's kind of good. Take a little bit of all of it. I'll run with the one-shot team. Catch you later, Chad. Thanks for stopping by. You can use your remaining bounty hunter battles for class XP. True. I have every class max, though, so we don't need to utilize it for that. But yeah, that is one of the things you can use it for class XP. There's quite a few events that actually give quite a bit, because you get 2 XP per battle for your, not only for trophies, but also for your hero class. And some of them have some really easy battles. Like, for example, the first battle on Bounty Hunter. You could basically claim them all for very quick class XP just by one-shotting it. You just run hero with like a full AoE option and just instantly win. Like, you basically just run a quick kill team with hero on it. Get no bounty points, but you get the 2 XP like instantly for your hero. We already have them all max, so we don't need to do that. But it is a good strategy if you still need to get them all max. We've utilized this some in the past, so it's been a while since we generally have everything max these days. And whenever a new class comes out, we normally get it within a few weeks. Normally not instantly, but very rarely does a bounty hunter event roll around during that time. Wait, tier 6 doesn't get you a leaderboard? Are you sure? I'm pretty sure it would. Because tier 5 nearly got us leaderboard, and if we had like 6 more fights, we definitely would have made leaderboard. So tier 6 should make it. Even bad Valraven luck tier 6, I'm pretty sure still makes it. And good Valraven luck tier 6 definitely does. Because that would be about 6 more fights. Because I believe you get 4, and we definitely get another Valraven within that time frame. Let's see. It says Urska bounty title. Oh, yeah, never mind. You were talking to someone else. Oh, yeah, you're talking about the trial thingy. Did they really mess it up? Let me go see what it is right now, because I didn't actually bother double checking. Let me go see what the trial team is. Alright, we'll claim this food, we'll hand out a code, and then we're gonna go check what the current trial is, and then compare it to what the new trial is. Because we saw what the new trial is, but I didn't compare it to what the current trial is. And we might go do the trial fights for the initial ones if it seems like it'll be quicker now. Though, of course, we can't do the starry battles until next week. But we can do all the battles leading up to the starry battles. There should be like 3 of them or so. So why are you 1 mana short? What are you doing? Oh, wait, you're talking to me? Wait, what were you mentioning then? Did you see the bounty title? Oh, no, what was the bounty title? Oh, I didn't see that part. What did the bounty title say? Let me go check it. I just claimed it and didn't bother reading what it was. Because normally I don't bother using them. Let's see. What one do I even still use right now? Let's see. How do I even check? Title. If it fits, I sits. We're still using that one. Anyways, what was I checking? Oh yeah, how do I check this? Games. Bounty Hunter. Rewards. The Ursky Bounty title. Wait, what? Did they not bother making one? Is that a placeholder text? Is that just placeholder text? It sure seems like it. Ursky Bounty title. Insert here. Forgot to insert here. Anyways. Let's go see. Oh, wait. Did I finish these yet? Let's see. Alright, we did that. Wow, we still haven't done all of our initial fights yet, though. It's Diamond Day, so obviously we grab this. Really good value. Even though I don't have any diamonds anymore. Alright, we got Jinx. We got Bless. We got Spike. Okay, at least those don't really do too much. And we'll go with the Zolgoth. Best title ever. Imagine they just keep it like that. I'm pretty sure they'll change it later, though. By now, they should be aware of it. Though I didn't notice it this entire time. Though, in all fairness, I never pay attention to what the titles are. I'll go throw that down. Take the other red. And you survive for several more seconds. There you go, and that should be a match. Hey, Death Mark kill. Look at that. We're still getting some value from that Death Mark mechanic before it goes away forever after tonight. Because today's the last day we get to see it. Not Death Mark mechanic in general, but it falling from sky. Because there's currently nothing that creates a storm for it. Which is kind of weird. It makes sense that they wouldn't code it for, like, everything. But a lot of the newer power gems do not have storms attached to them. Like, almost every power gem in the game does not have a storm for the power gem. There are a few exceptions, like Doom Skull, Super Doom Skull, stuff like that. But a good majority of every power gem in the game does not have a storm. But who knows, maybe we'll get a booty storm next season. We mentioned it as a joke, but hey, you never know. Because the next mechanic for next season, unless they're changing it, is booty gems. And basically, unless they change it, the mechanic that it does is it's a unmovable, or not unmovable, but it's an it's an unmatchable. It's, you know, neutral color, so it doesn't count as any color. It's a neutral gem that gives you 10 gold when destroyed or exploded or, you know, removed in any way. Which isn't a lot, but 10 gold, if the abilities that go with it are decent, like better gold boost ratio options and other things to synergize with it, it has potential to be pretty good. So we'll just have to wait and see. But on face value, 10 gold for taking a gem is really bad value, especially because you get 0 mana for it. But it could work out pretty well because you would also deny the enemy team of mana. Because if you could create like 20 booty gems and just fill up the entire board with booty, then that's all gems that give 0 mana to the enemy. And that has potential to be pretty good if, you know, you have a mana accumulator that's like enchant and the enemy team is like trying to like explode or destroy or something. And you can kind of get them out of a lot of mana. I don't know, so I'll have to wait and see. But it might have some potential. It really comes down to what do the troops do and how good are their gold boost ratios. Because I would assume they have gold boost ratio troops coming in next season. Because that would be the main synergy for, you know, a plus 10 gold gem. Though it'd be a little bit annoying if they boost ratio specifically from booty gems rather than gold. They would need to be able to boost ratio from gold so they could be used with non-booty gem teams. Anyways, alright, let's go into the code. And then I guess we'll just grind a little bit. Because I believe we have finished all the things. I'll do one last double check. Also, here's a Sharky code, by the way. We have like 1 billion sharks to hand out this month. Why, I have no clue, but it is technically Shark Week soon. Though it's more like Shark Month because I was given like 50 codes to hand out sharks. So if you don't have the shark pet yet, well, here you go. And if you're watching this after the fact and the code's not valid anymore, well, we have like 40 more to hand out over the next few weeks. So hopefully one of them you'll be able to go get the pet if you don't already have it. Pretty much everyone will have it after a few weeks from now, that's for sure. And I believe Genki, I'm not sure if she's still here, but she's also streams on occasion. I believe she has a ton to hand out as well. She'll be handing out whenever she streams. I'm not sure who else is sending them out. But yeah, a few people end up getting them. But anyways. Okay, so anything else? Have we done all the things? Well, other than 1 more battle so we can actually get 20 gems. How have we not finished our daily? I feel like we did so many battles this stream. I guess we've been talking like half the stream because of all the things that are happening next week. Including all the events. I'm just double checking everything. So we finished that, finished campaign, finished adventure board, other than the 1 battle. Well, obviously we'll be doing that in a second. Finished dungeon, finished bounty, unfortunately no leaderboard. Thank you whoever just claimed it for us. Yeah, here's the code. Same loot as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, 2,500 gold, and an extra Sharky. And definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated. Anyways, I guess we'll just do a little bit of grind. So if anyone still has any other questions or anything you want me to go over, do let me know. Otherwise, I guess we'll do some 20% chasing. We've been doing a little bit more lately. Trying to see if we can get any good shiny loot over here. And what team do we want to run? We've been running a different team every single time. I don't know, which one do I have on my test team right now? I kind of keep like shifting all of these over the place. Oh yeah, we were running with Web Spinner with Mirthani's Darkness. Oh yeah, by the way, Mirthani's Darkness still in drop table till like Friday reset, by the way. So you can still get it next week. Like if you open some keys tomorrow, you'll still be able to get it. You have until Friday reset, so basically the end of Thursday. Also, one weird mechanic that we noticed is it kind of has like a shotgun mechanic when it casts. I didn't notice this until yesterday, but whenever you cast this thing, it shoots at a way quicker pace than other things within the game. And what I mean by that is, if I click this real quick, look at how quickly it applies its 4 hits. It does it way slower on most other things within the game. Like, I was comparing it to other things that hit 4 times, and it's like 2 times, 3 times quicker, maybe even 4 times. It might be like weirdly manipulated by the time animation speed, because most of the other ones do not hit anywhere near that quick. I'm not sure if that's a glitch or intended, but honestly, it's kind of nice, because her ability has less delay. It's like 1 or 2 seconds less delay than similar troops that hit 4 enemies. Which isn't that big a difference, but you know, most of the fights you're doing with her win rather quickly. So it's kind of nice. It's a weird extra benefit that she has. It's probably more of a glitch than anything, but if it's a glitch that they're never going to fix, then it's technically just a permanent benefit for her. And of course she has a little more Thanes resummon. Which isn't the greatest of resummon, but it's far from the worst. If nothing else, it's a resummon that's actually good in first slot. Not the best, but decent. She reminds me a lot of Queen of Sin. She's basically just Queen of Sin with a better damage distribution. I didn't really mention that in the previous, or in the initial video, but that's essentially just what she is. It's just Queen of Sin with better distribution of damage. Okay, we're just gonna throw this down. Also, can you stop resummoning? That'd be great. Oh, okay, we'll take that out. Take the other one before we summon a billion more. The Harpies are really annoying. They have a lot of, like, just passive, just randomly summon for no reason summons. It can be kind of annoying sometimes. A feature is not a bug. Woohoo! Yeah, I know. It's basically a feature bug, a bug feature. Because I'm pretty sure it's not intended, but it's a nice benefit that she has. If it is intended, that's pretty cool. Because I would love to see troops that have, like, quicker cast abilities. Honestly, I just want it to be instant. I want all of them just to be instant. We need an 8 times speed mechanic where the thing doesn't even pop up. Because that's one thing I've always wanted for Gems of War quality of life-wise. Is, you know, when the head comes up right over here? I want them to, like, remove that. So we don't get, like, a jump scare 1-second thing of something just appearing for no reason. I wish it would just remove that animation and save you, like, a second every time you cast anything ever. Because then you don't have the little image just flash on your screen randomly. And then it also makes the game slightly quicker. Like, I would love that to be removed, and I would love gems to just instantly appear. Like when you cascade, for things just go instantly into place rather than slowly moving down. Obviously, it's not that slow, but, you know, slow compared to instant. But yeah, her ability is a good example of how I wish the pacing of, like, everything was these days. Where it's, like, near instant. Like, it's still separated enough where you know what's going on. But it's a lot quicker than, like, seeing it do 4 hits super slowly. Which every other mythic does that's similar to that. Even Tina. Like, it takes longer for Tina to do its 3 hits than this to do its 4. With how it's currently structured. Even though it's doing 1 whole additional poke, it's a shorter amount of time for her to cast. Which, you know, that's not too big a deal, but it adds up if you're using her a lot. And she is normally casting, like, 1 or 2 times per fight. Oh, triple Orpheus. Come on. I want to see, like, a 5 times Mimic. We haven't seen one in a while. Like a 5 times Mimic or a Nisha or an Anu. Oh, something good. We need an animation toggle. Yeah, animation toggle would be nice. So you don't see the little animation and it saves like a second. You know what we would save the most amount of time on? Which is probably the main reason they're never going to add it to the game. Volt events. Because it would skip, or at least in theory, it would skip the 4 animation of the gnomes appearing on the opposing team every time you have one of those fights. Also, we just died to Skull Reflect. It's funny. But it would, in theory, if they added such a thing, skip the 4 times gnome animation. And that wastes like 2 or 3 seconds per battle when you're doing a Palooza. Which would be the biggest time save they've ever done to Paloozas. Which would be a huge buff for that mode. And one of the main reasons why they're probably never going to add it. Because Paloozas are already strong enough. And they're already, like shadow nerfing it here and there. Like, for example, when Merchant Angel came out, or, you know, that mechanic, that technically slightly slower Paloozas, even though it doesn't affect Palooza directly, it affects your accumulation rate of verses. Not by much, but by a very small amount. And if you just keep doing, like, little mini patches like that just, like, accumulatively keep very small nerfing it, then, you know, eventually gets slower. Okay, we'll take that one over. Weird. Why does it feel like we're doing no damage this time around? Also, my damage source just died. That might be one of the reasons why. Let's see. Like, she's actually really good as a finisher. She's surprisingly decent for that role. Which does make sense. Her ability does have, like, a focal damage kind of mechanic. Also, this thing does, like, no damage. It has a boost ratio that you would assume. Like you see its value. It's like, oh, 100-something damage. But it just never does enough compared to how much skull output you have. Ooh, 2 yellow deeds. Nice. We've been doing pretty good on angels. We haven't been getting any of the super juicy drops, like Nishas or stuff. But we've been getting a lot of double deeds from them lately. which are still great. They add up. It's one of the better things she has as well. Alright, this mana looks horrible. I'll try for a green there. Wow, we actually got it. That's why you try for it, especially during Guild War weeks. Well, so that reminds me, next week's not Guild War, is it? No, I think it's the week after next week. Oh, I just realized, I think Guild War is happening on the week I'm away. Which is slightly annoying, because, a little bit harder to do Guild War when I'm away. Because I probably won't do it, like, literally every single day. Because normally I do, like, super basic dailies, and then, like, finish it all on Saturday or Sunday. Normally when I'm, away. More often than not. Which is one nice structure with Gems of War. A lot of events you could just do all the way at the end. Like, let's say a Legends Reborn, because the tail half of the Legends Reborn event, I'll probably just do the entirety of it on, like, Saturday. Like, not this week Saturday, but next week Saturday. We can just finish it all at once. There's a lot of things you could just delay to, like, the weekend and then just do it all simultaneously. Which is likely how I'll do it. But I need to make sure I don't forget, because one of the last times I was away, seeing family in New Jersey, I forgot to actually claim one of the weapons, and we had to wait, like, half a year before we could claim it again. I think we had to wait, like, 9 months. Luckily, it wasn't a good weapon, so we didn't really miss out on much. And it was still pretty much the same cost, you know, getting it from Soulforge. But, yeah, we had to wait, like, half a year. A little over half a year before we could get the weapon. Because I forgot to get it during the event. Let's see. We'll take that one over. And that should be dead. I said, hello, Bill. Welcome, welcome. Hope all's been well. Oh, so we still have so many shards because we failed that one fight near the end of last stream. So now we have, like, infinite shards because we're doing 20% chasing with the extra 10%. So we're getting 90%, or sorry, 30%, which is giving us, like, 90-something shards per run. So given that we're at 130-something, it's going to take, like, 5 to 6 more explores before we even get the number down at all. Or, you know, like, below 100. Even then, we'd still be getting it every single time. Is that enough damage? It is not. I'm just going to take a skull and then kill it with Mombasira. I mean, not Mombasira, I mean Marthani's Darkness. Wrong multi-hit troop. Mombasira is the one that hit 6 times with physical. A similar premise, but not quite the same. Though, I do have to say, out of all the multi-hits that isn't Tina 9000, like, the whole premise of troops that are, like, multi-hit related. Also, I'm not sure. Which one is, like, the original of them? I guess you could base them off of Tina 9000, because I feel like Tina 9000 is kind of the OG multi-hit kind of troop. There were some, I think, before it, but it was the first relevant one. So I guess they're all Tina 9000-like troops. And this one even more so, because it's quite literally true damage. The only difference is it hits one less, and it has consistent damage rather than big RNG range. Though Tina 9000's overall damage is a little bit better. But its consistency is really high, because you know what it's doing before you cast. Not where it's going to hit directly, but you know. Like, the actual damage output numbers, you know what it's going to do. It's going to be 450s in this case. Whereas Tina 9000, like, you know, it could hit that high, it could hit lower. Normally it would hit on average higher. But it's an RNG range that you don't know exactly how much it's going to be. I'm going to do that because I want these to be near each other so I can hopefully get lucky with those Skulls Creations, which did not happen at all. They just appeared in the middle of nowhere. And it was obliterated. So I just realized we do have Necromancy. I almost forgot there's even a mechanic on her. It's one of those really irrelevant ones, but it is giving us a few extra souls per fight. Which, of course, we don't really need, but hey, some extra souls is nice, I guess. I'd prefer that to be like a Link or, like, you know, anything even remotely useful. But, hey, free souls at least. Because I highly doubt there's going to be a soul synergy team for her in the future. Very doubtful that would be a mechanic. Well, you never know. There's not too many soul-based teams in the current state of the game. But though there's going to be an increase in gold teams, if nothing else, after next season. Because next season is super ridiculously gold-based. So, yeah, we might see the return of those kind of mechanics. That's one nice thing about her ability for distribution, though we don't get to see it here. She does bypass Submerge. It is 4 individual hits, which is one nice benefit she has over, like, Draculus and stuff like that. Because even though her output's about the same as Draculus, at a 2 higher mana cost, she does bypass Submerge because it's 4 individual hits instead of full AoE. So it'll always bypass Submerge even when there's only 1 left. And even if it hits all of them once, it still bypasses Submerge because it's considered a single target hit rather than a full AoE. Yeah, honestly, this troop has been growing on me. Like, I didn't doubt her initially, but she has definitely surprised me in how viable she actually is. I definitely don't feel like I would use her too often, but, I don't know. She definitely seemed a lot better than initially anticipated. Alright, we'll take that one over. Though you do have to use her in very specific teams. Because there aren't that many that can really use her. And the funnest one is obviously the Skull Spam one, which is a team archetype that's existed for a while now. That I never really cared for until we started getting Doom Skull variants, because I never really cared for the normal Skull variants of it. But now that we have Doom Skull variants, it's kind of fun. Because the biggest issue that the standard Skull version has, which you can get very free just by getting it from the Kingdom, from Wormrun. So if you want to have like this mechanic, but you don't have the mythics, just get Web Spinner and 3 of the troop from Wormrun. But the main thing I hated about that troop is that it created normal skulls, and one of the biggest issue it has was mana accumulation. But ever since we've gotten options like these, that fixes it. Because Doom Skulls give you mana accumulation from Explode, and Uber Doom Skull gives you mana accumulation from Very Big Explode. So you just get value from that, and you're good to go. I'm actually going to do a weird move and take a brown here and try for blue from Sky. Didn't get it. It's worth a shot. Because I want to keep these skulls intact so we can get some value there. But it didn't quite work out exactly as planned. Alright, I'll take the skull. I'll take a weapon. Oh, you know, I'm just going to take another skull and just Mombasera. I keep wanting to call her Mombasera. I mean, Mirthani's Darkness. Because I kept using it as a comparison troop, but now I keep calling her Mombasera instead of Mirthani's Darkness. Two very different troops. Mirthani's Darkness is actually used for. Mirthani's, Mombasera is, like, completely pointless. There's so many troops like her that are just better. It basically has all the downsides of Tina 9000 with none the upside. Because it also has that random damage range, but it has it in a way where it's very annoying. Whereas the one that Tina 9000 has is actually bearable. And kind of good in some cases, because if you high roll on it, you just obliterate something. It can actually high roll enough that if you have higher stats than the enemy in a PvP-like situation, you actually just one-shot them outright. Normally it requires 2 shots from Tina 9000 to secure a kill. But depending on your damage range compared to the enemy, high rolls just instantly kill things. I wish he had slightly lower durability, because I would want to just cast this. If he had 150 or less, we could just go for this right now and kill. But he doesn't, so we're just going to have to wait a turn. Get our skull randomly here, and very dead. And we get a resummon there. Not like we really need it, but a little bit of backup. The only concern with it that I had initially is that would mana block you a lot, but honestly, it hasn't been that big a deal. Hasn't really been mana blocking. Right, let's go for one more. Let's do it on Kedar. Kedar has some really low armor. I mean, really low HP, I mean, because they have high armor. So I might be able to get a little bit better value here. Does the wand of Lester? Let's see. Oh yeah, Wand of Stars is really good. I really enjoyed that one, but that weapon really grew on me too. In both cases, this one and Wand of Stars, it seemed like they would be good, but they definitely like over-impressed with how much better they actually were than good. Like she's actually pretty viable, and same as Wand. Like Wand seems like it'd be okay. But then after, like, how much mana it actually accumulates and everything, like, I think the biggest thing I underestimated with Wand was not its Bless or Curse. Like, that was obviously going to be absurdly good. But I think I underestimated how much mana accumulation 7 or 6 elemental stars, whatever it was. Isn't it 7? Whatever it is. Oh, yeah, 7 for the other one, 6 for the 4-colored one. But I think I drastically underestimated initially how much mana that actually is. It is a lot of mana, because you get mana for every single one of those colors. And you're using a 4-colored weapon. So you're getting almost a full mana instantly, while also getting the rest of your team up. And you have a pretty good chance of extra turning, because those elemental stars are basically wild cards. Not exactly. They're 4 colors instead of 6. But they're pretty close. 4 colors out of 6 is a lot of them. Not all of them, but a pretty good number. But yeah, the Curse Bless we didn't underestimate. I definitely underestimated the mana accumulation a little, though. Because it's really good for mana. It still has the issue of initially getting the mana. But you can kind of fix that with half-mana star hero classes and stuff like that. And I do intend to keep using it in Guild Wars going forward. Maybe not for every day. I only did that last Guild War just for the fun of it, just to see what it would do. But on some Guild War days, we're definitely going to run it. Not like last time where we're going to run it literally every day, but we'll run it on a good number of them, if nothing else. As it is viable on most of them. Though I might retire it on some. Like, I don't think we need it on Yellow Day necessarily. And a few others like that. I don't know, we'll see. As we build teams for next Guild War. I need to get a random skull. Unfortunately, no extra turn ones. Oh, I just realized I can't triple damage you because of Impervious. That's unfortunate. And dead. Let's see. What do we need here? We'll try that and try to get purple from Sky. Though somehow we got skull from Sky instead. Not quite what I was looking for, but we'll take it. What do I want here? We'll take that just to see if we can get skull there. All these skulls, and I can barely do anything with them. Oh, I should take the purple first. Alright, we need one more poke. Come on, poke. There we go. And a smash. Alright, 3 more fights. I say 3 because please give us a Mimic. Because actually only 2. Oops, I thought that was extra turn, but it got overwritten with the skulls. Whoops. Okay, that's, mistakes have been made. Oh no, this is a legendary fight too. We have to not lose this one. Oh no. Well, backup tank, go. We have it for a reason. Oh no, my backup tank. Come back. We got a problem here. Got a slight issue. Ooh, if I take this, he doesn't have an option, so we're fine for now. Well, he still doesn't have an option, so we're kind of still fine for now. Let's take like a red over here or something. Alright, we can work with that. We have so much less damage now. I can get a resummon over there. I can do your ability, but we don't really need it at the moment. We can take that over, try for the skull. What a weird fight at this point, but we'll get that down. Unfortunately, no kill. 1 HP! What are you doing? Okay, any skulls? Not really. Can I cascade it? Yes, I can. We could do that. Get the cascade there for a poke. And, that's almost match. Can I cascade again? Not really. Oh, I get to cascade it for brown. Oh, but that gives him a 5 times, so that was off screen, so we couldn't really see it. I can take a poke there. What a weird fight. And then we just kill Mambasira. We're super overkill at this point. Actually, we almost had so... That thing had so little HP, I could almost kill it with the 4 true damage off of Morthani's, summon. Whatever the thing is called. I actually forget what it's called now. Morthani... Actually, is this called Morthani? I don't remember what the summon is called now. It's called... no, never mind. This is literally just called Morthani's Will. Never mind. But, yeah, that thing only has 4 true damage. It's mainly used for its gimmick of its mana drain. Where it can kind of, like, multi-mana drain sometimes. But we haven't really been utilizing it much. Also, I almost forgot this troop even exists. It's that one bounty troop that was added and became dead content instantly. Alright, come on, Mimic. No! Come on, that's such an average chess. Oh, well. Unfortunate. But it happens. Anyways, guys, I think we might wrap it up there for now. As Genki mentioned, definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated. We will be back tomorrow, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow. We are going to be messing around with what are all the weekly stuff. And most likely Tower of Doom is a good majority of what we'll be doing. Aside from that, there is a good chance we get a patch on Tuesday. Not fully confirmed, but hopefully, fingers crossed. Because if it doesn't, then it might be a little bit harder for me to go over, too. Because I'm going to be leaving not next week, but the following week for about a week. I'll still try to cover the patch to some degree then. But when I'm away, I won't be able to record anything, so... yeah, hopefully... If it does happen 2 weeks from now, I will still be able to record something on the patch, but hopefully it'll happen next week, because then we can cover it pretty thoroughly. So, hopefully patch next Tuesday. Because otherwise it's going to be very awkward. It sure seems like it. Everything's wrapping up. We're getting a huge event next week that has, like, a money cost to it, if you want to put some into it, because we have, like, a Legends Reborn thingy. So, it does seem like everything's aligning for patches Tuesday, so hopefully we get it, and we'll go over it then. Anyways, guys, and of course, we'll have a video going up tomorrow over all the weekly stuff. And if I have the time, I will hopefully get a little small video out on the current Mythic in the campaign. It's a pretty bad one. I still kind of want to cover it, though, because there are some teams that are usable for it. And I'll try to cover some, like, themed teams, too, because they might actually be usable. Like, for example, if we ever have, like, a Pride Land restriction or something similar. Because he will be good under those restrictions. Like, you're never going to bring him out because he's good, but under some restrictions, you'll bring him out because he's better than what you have access to. So, he'll still have some purpose, if nothing else. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful week, and I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye, everyone.